Ladies and gentlemen, every trial in 2024 was preparing us for triumph in 2025. Each challenge, each obstacle, each unexpected detour was not designed to hold you back, but to shape you for something greater. When we look back at the year that has passed, it's easy to focus on the struggles, the moments that felt like defeat, and the times when we were tempted to give up. But what if we chose to see it differently? What if we decided that 2024 wasn't a year of setbacks, but a year of setups, a divine setup to position us for a new season of blessings and opportunities? Gratitude changes everything. When we pause to thank the year that has passed, we shift our perspective. Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, we start to see what went right. We realize that the challenges we faced weren't roadblocks, they were building blocks. They were teaching us patience, perseverance, and trust. They were strengthening our faith and molding our character. Every closed door wasn't a rejection, it was redirection. Every delay wasn't denial, it was preparation. Think about the times in 2024 when you thought, this is it, I can't go any further. And yet, here you are today. Those moments that seemed like the end of the road were actually the beginning of something new. Perhaps you lost a job, but in the process you discovered a talent or passion you didn't even know you had. Maybe you faced a health scare, but it taught you to cherish every moment and take better care of yourself. Or maybe your relationship ended, and it felt like your world was falling apart. But now you see how it made room for something healthier, something more aligned with your purpose. Gratitude doesn't mean we deny the pain or pretend the struggles weren't real. It means we choose to see beyond them. We acknowledge the lessons they brought and the strength we gained. We recognize that even in our darkest moments, there was light guiding us through. And as we stand at the threshold of a new year, we carry those lessons with us, knowing they've equipped us for the road ahead. One of the greatest truths we can embrace is that nothing we went through in 2024 was wasted. Not a single tear, not a single sleepless night, not a single moment of frustration or doubt. Every experience was working together for our good, even when we couldn't see it at the time. There's a scripture that says, all things work together for the good of those who love him. That means the highs and the lows, the victories and the losses, the moments of joy and the seasons of struggle, they all have a purpose. They're all part of the masterpiece being painted in your life. When we look back with gratitude, we unlock a new kind of power. Gratitude turns what we have into enough, and it turns what we've been through into stepping stones. It gives us the strength to keep moving forward, the courage to dream again, and the wisdom to trust the process. Think about the seeds you planted in 2024. Maybe you didn't see the harvest you were hoping for yet, but don't lose heart. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not growing. Gratitude reminds us that growth often happens beneath the surface. It's in the unseen moments, the quiet times of waiting and trusting, that the real transformation takes place. So as we reflect on the year that has passed, let's not focus on what we didn't accomplish or the opportunities we think we missed. Instead, let's celebrate how far we've come. Let's honor the journey we've been on and the strength it's given us. Let's give thanks for the lessons, the growth, and the grace that carried us through. The truth is, 2024 was never about perfection. It was about progression. It was about taking steps forward, even if they were small. It was about learning to trust, even when the path wasn't clear. It was about finding beauty in the midst of the mess and hope in the face of uncertainty. And now, as we stand on the edge of a new year, we can carry those lessons with us, knowing they've prepared us for what's next. Gratitude is the foundation for a strong future. It's what allows us to move forward without carrying the weight of the past. It's what enables us to see new opportunities with fresh eyes and an open heart. It's what reminds us that the best is yet to come, no matter what the past may have looked like. Challenges weren't setbacks, they were setups for a greater purpose. Every difficulty we faced in 2024, every obstacle that stood in our way was not meant to defeat us, but to develop us. It's all about perspective. What may have seemed like a disappointment was, in fact, preparing us for something better. When you go through life understanding that even your struggles are part of the bigger picture, it transforms how you respond to adversity. Think about it. When a seed is planted in the ground, it must first be covered in darkness. It's buried, hidden, seemingly forgotten. But it's not the end of the seed story, it's the beginning. Beneath the surface, the seed is undergoing a transformation. It's being strengthened, nourished, and prepared for the moment it will break through the soil and reach toward the light. In the same way, the challenges you faced in 2024 weren't there to bury you. They were there to plant you. You may not have seen the growth yet, but the process was already underway. Sometimes the greatest struggles in life precede the most significant breakthroughs. It's during those moments of difficulty that we are being refined, much like gold in a fire. The heat is uncomfortable, but it's necessary to remove the impurities and reveal something pure and valuable. The delays, disappointments, and detours of 2024 were not wasted time. They were opportunities for growth, strength, and preparation. You were being equipped for a purpose greater than you could see at the time. How often do we look back on a difficult season and realize that it was exactly what we needed to get to where we are now? Perhaps in the middle of it, you couldn't see the purpose. All you felt was the frustration, the pain, or the uncertainty. But as time passed, it became clear that what you thought was a setback was actually a stepping stone. Maybe that closed door led you to a better opportunity. Maybe that difficult relationship taught you boundaries and self-worth. Maybe that season of waiting strengthened your patience and deepened your faith. Perspective changes everything. When we see challenges as setups rather than setbacks, we shift from a mindset of defeat to one of victory. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? We start asking, what is this teaching me? Instead of feeling like a victim of circumstance, we recognize that we are being prepared for something greater. The struggle becomes a tool for transformation, and the pain becomes a catalyst for purpose. Even the most difficult moments in life have a way of shaping us in ways we couldn't imagine. Think about the caterpillar. It doesn't become a butterfly by staying comfortable. It must go through the cocoon, a dark, restrictive place where it seems like nothing is happening. But inside that cocoon, transformation is taking place. The caterpillar is being strengthened and prepared for flight. If it avoids the cocoon, it never becomes the butterfly. The same is true for us. The challenges of 2024 were our cocoon moments, preparing us to soar in 2025. Sometimes what feels like a delay is actually a divine pause. It's in the waiting that we develop resilience. It's in the struggle that we build strength. It's in the uncertainty that we learn to trust. Every no, every not yet, every seemingly unanswered prayer was not a rejection, it was a redirection. It was moving you closer to where you were meant to be. Think about the times in your life when you wanted something so badly, but it didn't work out the way you hoped. Maybe it felt like a setback at the time, but looking back, you realize it was a setup for something better. Perhaps that missed opportunity led you to a path that was more aligned with your purpose. Or that closed door saved you from something that wasn't right for you. Hindsight has a way of revealing the hidden blessings in our challenges. The key is to keep moving forward even when the road gets tough. When you understand that challenges are setups, you don't lose hope in the face of difficulty. You don't give up when things don't go as planned. Instead, you rise to the occasion, knowing that every step, every struggle, and every setback is part of the journey toward your greater purpose. It's not about avoiding challenges, it's about embracing them as opportunities for growth and transformation. What you went through in 2024 wasn't meant to define you, it was meant to refine you. The struggles you faced were not random, they were purposeful. They were shaping you into the person you were meant to become. Every tear, every trial, every test was part of a larger story, a story of resilience, strength, and triumph. Your 2025 will reflect the size of your faith and expectations. If there's one truth we must carry with us into this new year, it's that our mindset and beliefs shape our reality. What you expect is what you will attract. If you go into 2025 expecting defeat, failure, or disappointment, that's likely what you'll find. But if you step into this year with a spirit of hope, faith, and bold expectations, you open the door for incredible opportunities and blessings. Faith is a powerful force. It's not just wishful thinking or blind optimism, it's a deep conviction that what you hope for is already on its way. Faith isn't based on what you see right now, it's based on what you believe is possible. When you approach life with this kind of unwavering faith, you're not limited by your current circumstances. Instead, you're anchored by the belief that your best days are ahead of you. Too often we allow the disappointments of the past to shape our expectations for the future. Maybe 2024 didn't go the way you hoped. Maybe you faced setbacks or struggles that made you doubt what's possible. But let me tell you something, your past does not define your future. Just because something didn't work out before doesn't mean it won't work out now. The key is to let go of the baggage of yesterday and step into 2025 with a heart full of faith and a mind set on big possibilities. Dream bigger this year. So often we limit ourselves with small thinking. We convince ourselves that we're not capable, not deserving, or not qualified for the things we truly desire. But the truth is, the only limits in life are the ones we place on ourselves. If you're going to believe, believe for something great. Don't settle for less than you're capable of achieving. Don't let fear or doubt shrink your dreams. You have to see it in your mind before you can hold it in your hand. What are you envisioning for 2025? Are you picturing a year of abundance, success, and joy? Or are you bracing yourself for struggle and disappointment? The vision you carry in your heart will guide your actions, your decisions, and ultimately your outcomes. If you want to see great things happen, you have to start by believing they're possible. Think of the people who have achieved incredible things in life. They didn't get there by playing it safe or thinking small. They dared to dream big. They set goals that seemed impossible and pursued them with determination and faith. They didn't let fear or failure stop them. They used every challenge as a stepping stone to something greater. That same power to dream and achieve resides in you. The question is, will you tap into it? It's not enough to simply want good things to happen. You have to act in alignment with your faith. This means stepping out of your comfort zone and taking bold steps toward your goals. It means showing up with confidence even when you're not sure how things will work out. It means refusing to settle for anything less than what you truly desire. One of the most important things you can do as you move into 2025 is to surround yourself with people who encourage and inspire you. Your environment plays a significant role in shaping your mindset and expectations. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, doubt, or small-minded thinking, it's going to be much harder to dream big. But when you surround yourself with people who believe in you, who see your potential, who challenge you to aim higher, it becomes much easier to maintain a spirit of bold expectation. Remember, your expectations are like a magnet. What you focus on, you attract. If you expect 2025 to be a year of blessings, breakthroughs, and success, you'll start to notice opportunities and possibilities everywhere. But if you expect things to go wrong, you'll find plenty of reasons to stay stuck in fear or frustration. The choice is yours. It's not always easy to maintain a mindset of faith and expectation, especially when things don't seem to be going your way. But that's where perseverance comes in. Faith isn't about having everything figured out. It's about trusting that everything will work out in time. It's about holding on to your vision even when the road gets tough. It's about believing in the possibilities even when the evidence isn't there yet. This year, challenge yourself to raise your expectations. Don't settle for good enough when you can aim for greatness. Don't let fear or doubt hold you back from pursuing the dreams that light a fire in your heart. Believe that you are capable of more than you've ever achieved before. Believe that this year can be your best year yet. Step boldly into 2025, trusting that every door meant for you will open and every obstacle will be turned into an opportunity. Boldness is not just about confidence. It's about carrying an inner conviction that no matter what you face, you are equipped to overcome it. Life is full of uncertainties, and stepping into a new year can sometimes feel overwhelming. But when you trust that there is a purpose for your life and that every twist and turn is working for your good, you can approach the future with courage and strength. Too often we allow fear to hold us back. Fear whispers that we're not ready, not capable, or not worthy of the opportunities ahead. It tells us to stay where it's safe, where it's comfortable, and where we won't risk failure. But fear is a liar. It's a thief that robs us of potential joy and growth. This year, don't let fear dictate your steps. Instead, choose to act in faith. Faith says, even if I don't see the whole picture, I will move forward. Even if I don't have all the answers, I will trust the process. Every great achievement begins with a single step of boldness. When you decide to stop waiting for the perfect moment and start moving toward your goals, something shifts. Boldness has a way of opening doors that hesitation keeps shut. It signals to the world and to yourself that you are ready to embrace whatever comes your way. When you take that first step, even if it's small, you're setting the tone for what's possible. Obstacles are inevitable, but they are not the end of the road. Many times we see challenges as signs that we're on the wrong path or that our dreams are too big. But what if those obstacles are actually opportunities in disguise? What if they're there to teach you something, to prepare you, or to redirect you towards something even better? When you trust that every obstacle has a purpose, you stop seeing them as barriers and start seeing them as stepping stones. Think about the doors that seemed closed to you in the past. Maybe you knocked, you waited, and nothing happened. It's easy to feel discouraged when that happens, but not every door is meant to open. Some doors remain closed because they're not the right path for you. Other doors may take time to open because you're not ready to walk through them yet. Trusting the timing of your journey is one of the most freeing things you can do. When you believe that the right doors will open at the right time, you can let go of the pressure to force things and instead focus on preparing yourself for what's ahead. Boldness doesn't mean you won't face uncertainty. It means you choose to move forward in spite of it. It's about having the courage to take risks, to try new things, and to put yourself out there even when the outcome isn't guaranteed. Some of the greatest rewards in life come from stepping out of your comfort zone. When you stay where it's safe, you may avoid failure, but you also miss out on the growth, the lessons, and the opportunities that come with taking a leap of faith. Trusting that obstacles will turn into opportunities requires a mindset shift. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Start asking, what is this teaching me? When something doesn't go as planned, look for the lesson or the redirection. Every delay, every disappointment, and every difficulty can be a part of your story of triumph if you let it. The key is to keep moving forward even when the path isn't clear. When you face challenges this year, remember that you are not facing them alone. There is a strength within you that is greater than any obstacle you might encounter. That strength is what allows you to rise above setbacks and turn them into stepping stones. It's what gives you the resilience to keep going when others might give up. And it's what will carry you through the uncertain moments into the breakthroughs waiting on the other side. Boldness is also about seeing yourself as worthy of the opportunities ahead. Too often we let self-doubt convince us that we don't belong in the spaces we're called to. We question whether we're good enough, smart enough, or talented enough to step into roles or pursue our dreams. But the truth is, you are more than enough. You have everything within you to succeed. You just have to believe it. This year, don't be afraid to knock on doors. Don't be afraid to pursue opportunities that feel out of reach. And when one door closes, trust that another will open. The key is to keep moving, to keep believing, and to keep stepping forward with boldness and trust. Every step you take is a declaration of faith, and every obstacle you face is an opportunity to grow stronger and more resilient. Progress is built step by step, and we must learn to celebrate the small wins along the way. Life is a journey, not a sprint, and every great achievement is the result of countless small efforts compounded over time. It's easy to get caught up in the desire for big victories or to focus solely on the destination. However, we overlook the small steps. We miss out on the beauty of growth and the joy that comes from steady progress. Too often we set grand goals and then feel discouraged when we don't see immediate results. We measure success by the final outcome and forget that each step forward, no matter how small, is a victory in itself. Whether it's improving a skill, building a habit, or overcoming a challenge, every bit of progress deserves recognition. When we celebrate these small wins, we reinforce our motivation, boost our confidence, and remind ourselves that we are moving in the right direction. Think about climbing a mountain. The summit may be your ultimate goal, but every step upward is an achievement worth acknowledging. Each step represents effort, determination, and progress. If you only focus on reaching the top, you might miss the incredible views along the way. Life works the same way. The journey is filled with milestones that deserve to be celebrated, even if they seem insignificant at the time. Small wins are not insignificant. They are the building blocks of success. Every major breakthrough starts with a series of small, consistent actions. When you take a moment to appreciate the progress you've made, you're not just celebrating, you're setting the foundation for even greater achievements. These moments of recognition remind you of your capabilities and encourage you to keep going, even when the path seems long. Celebrating small wins also helps us stay present in the moment. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in what's next, constantly chasing the next milestone or accomplishment. But when we take time to acknowledge the progress we've already made, we ground ourselves in the here and now. We cultivate gratitude for the journey rather than simply yearning for the destination. It's important to remember that progress doesn't always look like forward motion. Sometimes it's about learning from mistakes, adapting to new challenges, or simply showing up and doing your best. These moments might not feel like victories, but they are. Each time you choose to persevere, even when it's hard, you are making progress. Each time you learn something new, even if it's from a setback, you are growing. These are the wins that often go unnoticed, but are just as important as the big successes. Celebrating small wins also builds momentum. Success is not just about talent or luck, it's about consistency. When you acknowledge your progress, you fuel your determination to keep going. It's like pushing a boulder uphill. Each small push gets you closer to top. Over time, those small efforts add up, and before you know it, you've achieved something remarkable. Think about the power of compounding. Just as small investments grow into significant wealth over time, small actions lead to meaningful change. When you consistently celebrate the little things, you create a positive feedback loop that propels you forward. You begin to see every effort, no matter how minor, as part of a larger picture. This mindset transforms how you approach your goals and challenges, making the journey more enjoyable and fulfilling. Recognizing small wins also shifts your perspective. Instead of focusing on what you haven't accomplished yet, you start to see how far you've come. This shift is especially important during tough times when progress feels slow or invisible. By celebrating even the tiniest steps, you remind yourself that you are capable and resilient. You give yourself the encouragement needed to keep pushing forward even when the road is difficult. Sometimes we're hesitant to celebrate small wins because we think they're not worth it. We might tell ourselves, it's not a big deal or haven't done enough yet. But this mindset undermines our confidence and devalues our efforts. Every step you take toward your goal is worth celebrating. It's not about the size of the win. It's about the fact that you're moving forward. Acknowledging small victories also strengthens your mindset. It trains you to focus on the positive and to find joy in the process. This perspective not only makes the journey more enjoyable, but also equips you to handle setbacks with grace. When you've built a habit of celebrating progress, you're less likely to be discouraged by challenges because you know how to find the silver lining in every situation. When you celebrate the small wins, you're honoring your journey and giving yourself the credit you deserve. Each step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goals. Each moment of progress is a testament to your dedication and effort. And each victory, no matter how minor, is a reminder that you are capable of achieving great things. The most powerful transformation begins within. As we step into a new year, it's easy to focus on external changes, new goals, new opportunities, and new paths to pursue. While these are essential, true transformation starts on the inside. It begins with your mindset, your beliefs, and the way you see yourself and the world around you. If you want to see change in your life, you must first cultivate change within yourself. How you see yourself matters. Too often we let the opinions of others, past mistakes, or external circumstances dictate our self-worth. We carry labels that don't belong to us, labels like not enough, failure, or unworthy. But these labels are not your truth. They don't define who you are or what you're capable of achieving. True transformation happens when you release these false identities and embrace the truth of your value and potential. Your thoughts are the seeds of your reality. What you dwell on in your mind is what will grow in your life. If you're constantly thinking about what could go wrong, focusing on your limitations or replaying negative experiences, those thoughts will shape your actions and your outcomes. But when you shift your focus to what's possible, to your strengths, and to the opportunities ahead, you begin to cultivate a life that reflects those positive beliefs. Changing your mindset is not an overnight process. It takes intention and effort. It starts with becoming aware of your inner dialogue. What are the stories you're telling yourself? Are they stories of defeat and inadequacy, or are they stories of hope, growth, and possibility? When you catch yourself in a cycle of negative thinking, pause and challenge those thoughts. Replace them with affirmations that align with the person you want to become. Transformation also requires forgiveness of yourself and others. Holding on to regret, resentment, or guilt only weighs you down and keeps you stuck in the past. Forgiveness is not about excusing what happened. It's about freeing yourself from the power it holds over you. When you forgive, you create space for growth and healing. You allow yourself to move forward unburdened, ready to embrace the future with an open heart. Another crucial aspect of inner transformation is learning to trust yourself. Trusting yourself means believing your ability to make decisions, to navigate challenges, and to pursue your goals. It means quieting the inner critic that tells you you're not capable or that you'll never succeed. Building self-trust takes time, but it begins with small acts of courage. Each time you step out of your comfort zone, take a risk, or follow through on a commitment to yourself, you're strengthening that trust. Your inner transformation is also about resilience. Life will bring challenges and setbacks, that's inevitable. But how you respond to those challenges defines your journey. When you cultivate resilience, you develop the ability to bounce back stronger, to find lessons in adversity, and to keep moving forward even when the path is difficult. Resilience is not about avoiding hardship, it's about growing through it. One of the most empowering aspects of inner transformation is realizing that you have the power to rewrite your story. You are not bound by your past or by the circumstances you find yourself in today. At any moment, you can choose to see yourself differently, to believe in a brighter future, and to take steps toward becoming the person you want to be. The narrative you create about yourself is entirely within your control. Transformation also involves gratitude. When you cultivate a grateful heart, you shift your perspective from scarcity to abundance. Gratitude allows you to see the blessings in your life, even in the midst of challenges. It reminds you of the progress you've made, the support you've received, and the opportunities that lie ahead. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it's a practice that transforms the way you approach each day. Inner transformation is not about perfection, it's about progress. It's about becoming more aligned with your values, more aware of your potential, and more intentional in your actions. It's about recognizing that growth is a lifelong journey and embracing the process with patience and grace. As you focus on inner transformation, remember that the changes you make within yourself will ripple outward into every area of your life. When you cultivate self-belief, resilience, and gratitude, you begin to attract opportunities, relationships, and experiences that reflect those qualities. Your inner growth sets the foundation for the external changes you wish to see. Transformation begins the moment you decide to let go of what no longer serves you and embrace the possibility of what could be. It's about stepping into each day with a renewed sense of purpose and a commitment to becoming the best version of yourself. It's about believing in your ability to grow, to change, and to create a life that reflects your true potential. As we step into 2025, let us carry forward the lessons of the past with gratitude while embracing the future with boldness and faith. This is the year to dream bigger, believe deeper, and celebrate every step of progress. Trust in the timing of your journey, see obstacles as opportunities, and let transformation begin within you. Together, let us move forward with hope, determination, and the unwavering belief that our best days are still ahead.